They did say shit a lot, which I like.
Down here.
I mean, there's some really great moments. The prison escape was fun.
Oh my God, that's the worst part of the movie, hands down.
It was
That's
fun.
So yeah, it is. It is not a bad action sequence if you're just like purely looking at action sequence. But they've got 50 cal guns and AK-47s,
And then 50 cals doing shit to that helicopter.
It's just poking it. It's like somebody.
And that's an old ass helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have shredded it, and
it's standing still. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it's weaving around and they're barely missing it or whatever, but it's sitting still.
Yeah,
it's on autopilot, and she's like 10 minutes long. Like, let me pose. Let me make sure this thing looks good.
She's not a poser.
She's not a poser.
No,
though.
she's not a poser.
Yeah, that's cheesy.
I agree.
as hell,
That
too.
part was especially because she's getting shot at with a 50 cal, and she's just like you said, taking her time. But like when some of the widows are shooting at her with a handgun, they're like, "Fuck." You know, dodging behind shit. It's like, dude, he got a mountain machine. And then the avalanche out of nowhere. Like, if her rocket missed the tower and hit the mountain, and then the avalanche started. But then, that was like...
just an explosion was enough. Just the repercussion.
That was Deus Machina shit.
There must have been a lot of snow up there.
Yeah, must have been.
For an explosion. I mean, that's how they do controlled avalanches.
No, they
right?
stick
For an
dynamite
explosion.
in.
I know, but...
They don't blow it up 3/4 of a mile away.
Yeah, it was a lot of... Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, so an RPG exploding in the tower wouldn't have been enough to bring down the whole mountain of snow. So that was some Deus Machina shit that was kind of cheesy. But like getting the earpiece to him and the escape and the fight, that's the movie to me. There's some really good, like you said, this is the best Bond movie I've ever seen. You know, there were some really, really great moments. All right, let's take Bond for example. You know,
I haven't found one yet, so keep. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm waiting for a great moment.
Okay. So you take like the Craig Bond movies, you know, everybody thinks Casino Royale is my favorite one out of all the Craig movies. And then like you had Quantum of Solace, which was total shit,
Yeah,
total
pretty
garbage.
bad.
Okay. This movie is like you took and you shredded Casino Royale and you shredded Quantum of Solace and then you took bits and pieces and put them together. So this movie had Casino Royale moments followed immediately by Quantum of Solace moments, and it was kind of back and forth. And that's why it kind of landed in the middle, just because I guess I enjoyed the good parts more than I didn't like the bad parts, with the exception of the third act. The third act I thought was mostly shit.
There's no action sequence in this movie that compares to the opening sequence in Casino Royale. Like that
I agree.
foot chase up the crane and all
Yeah.
that is amazing. Like that's one of the, like it's really gritty and you feel like really tied to the action and everything. And it feels like something a real human being can do. And I know this is Marvel. This is a little bit extra, but she's not a superhero. She is just a hero. You know, like the super part about her is her intelligence and her wit and her cunning. It's not her physical attributes.
I did like her, taking her shirt off and showing the bruises and stuff to show that, she didn't get through it, unscathed or whatever. She's beat the fuck
fucked up.
But I mean, the Daniel Craig scene.
Yeah, but that's only when she comes in contact with Taskmaster is the only time you ever see a bruise on her. Like when she's
That's the only time she took her shirt off.
well, for sure. But she seems to be more than human in most of those fights because she's taking lots and lots of damage.
Yeah, she takes.
And
too
the
much
only
damage.
time that she takes way too much damage and then has bruises because of it is Taskmaster.
Who's I imagine sauced.
But I'll throw out my.
Robotic, if not sauce, for sure.
I'll throw out my my little. I don't know what you would even call it, but Taskmaster fight. She's in plain clothes, but most of the rest of the movie she's in that white suit. So maybe
That's
a
fine.
little
You fucking say nanotech again.
No,
And
no,
not
I
everything
definitely
can be
didn't. Not saying nanotech because it was a suit.
Well, it's pre-nanotech anyways, is it not? Like, nanotech didn't even show up until Wakanda.
Yeah, Black Panther, which was post-Civil War. Yeah, so nanotech's post-Civil
So
War.
this Black Widow and Black Panther could have taken place at the same time.
Could have taken place around the same time, yeah.
Yeah. I still don't think she has a suit. And that, the white...
I don't think...
and the
not,
white...
just a little reinforcement so she can take a punch or two.
It does. I think it does because it has shoulder cups and stuff because I noticed that when they're walking, like the sister when
Like it's
she's...
padded and
Yeah.
reinforced a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
because
Not saying she could, still take as much damage as she took and then, run out the building and jump out of the hole.
I'm still
inside
more
and grab
happy
a
with
hold of
the amount of damage she took versus Falcon, because I mean, good God,
Falcon can kick a helicopter.
He took 0 damage, man.
Yeah, Falcon is the most overpowered fucking worse than Captain Marvel at this point, because Captain Marvel can say I have space shit in my body, and that's why I can fucking take on Thanos by myself. But
the Tezzeret, or whatever, the Infinity Stone that is, imparted into her DNA. Like, I give you a little bit more credit, but like, you're a normal human, and you might have some potentially special DNA since they dropped that throwaway line in the movie. But it's like, what is her potential special DNA? Is she a mutant all of a sudden? Like, what are we looking at here?
Wouldn't that have been interesting? Like if Black Widow was a mutant, and that's why she was kidnapped, and that could explain some of her superhuman. I mean, not that they're going to do that, but that would have been a cool way to do it.
Yeah,
but I agree with you.
Yeah, genetic potential.
All right, how about this?
What does that even mean?
No.
The fight scene between the two sisters when they meet up. What did you think about that? How would you rate that fight scene? Would that be a Casino Royale moment?
No, I felt like it was because so like something like Jason Bourne's better fight scene by far than Casino Royale, and I would put. Does Craig even have like a real
bathroom fight scene's pretty good?
That bathroom fight scene where he murders the guy in Jamaica or wherever, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That isn't okay, but it's really like moving toward the stab the whole time, and so you feel it once you've seen it. You're like, oh, everything was leaning you toward the eventuality that was going to kill him, and then with this, everything was leaning toward the eventuality that she's not going to kill her. And so you look at it.
The quality of that scene was that Casino Royale quality.
Oh no, because it's like flipping around and they're slinging them off of.
That was a great fucking
walls.
I mean, fucking exactly.
It reminded me a lot of the Bourne.
The Bourne fights, much better. Not near as much shaky cam or zoomed in. Yeah. I mean, and they were like fucking romping it, and
they were really like it started off really strong when she's slamming her she did that thing where she slammed her up into the door. Cabinet.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was like, okay, that's a little weird, because are they really that strong that you could pick up a human being that weighs your size and slam them up into something like above your head? That's pretty unlikely. And then there were like 3 or 4 things after that where I'm like, did she really flip over, to the ceiling height when you kick her or whatever? And there's like, why not just keep this like on a real level? Why not make it feel like a fight that could happen between 2 people?
Well, I would say if you watch like the Olympic female judo people, you could see how some of that shit, you can fling a motherfucker if you know how to fling a motherfucker.
Oh, I agree, you can.
So it was a little bit. I'd see your point. It was a little bit over the top, a little bit going into meta-human state, maybe not superhuman state. But I just thought that was
creep everywhere.
Yeah, there is, and they got to fix that. But I thought that was an excellent choreographed fight scene. It was good. It was dirty. It was just, I mean, they were fucking. I'm gonna grab the goddamn curtain off and choke you out. I'm gonna choke you out with that shit. There's a lot of counters and stuff. That was such a
messed
good
up makeup, no bloodshot eyes, no. Anything like that, the Daniel Craig thing, like, you can tell like that guy is messed up afterwards. Like he's bleeding and the other guy's like, laying there dead with his eyes bulged out or whatever. So like you get some like rawness to it. And I feel like at least with the Disney stuff, they're just not going to give you any raw.
Well, how about
they're not going to give you any bloody. They give you like
they don't give you any blood. They don't give you any blood. But the Yelena, when she kills the other widow right there, that's one of the most violent death scenes I've seen in the Marvel
she
movies.
Did the twist.
Stabbed her, twist her, and then just
gutted her. Yeah, eviscerated her ass.
Because like if that would have been a rated R, non-Marvel, non-Disney movie,
you'd see
her
some
guts would have come out of that with that move. Like she straight gutted her.
Yeah.
And that was in the first act, and that was like, dude, they hooked me. It was like, this is going to be Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
This is going to be that kind of movie.
Well, I thought for sure, I was like, this is going to be a little grittier. And then I'm like, where's the blood? Where's the blood? And they finally showed a little bit, and I was like, well, it is, it is aimed at, parents and kids and stuff like that. So we're not going to get much more than that, and I'd be okay with that, but it's still a little gritty. Never saw anything gritty like that the entire movie again.
They did say shit a lot, which I like. Yeah. And they even like...
The uterus scene.
Yeah. And, and then there's...
That's weird.
When they subtitled the Russian scene shit, yeah.
That's got to be weird. Yeah. Like, what are they talking about?
Get all up in there.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Does it get like a PG-13 title on this one, or is it still PG?
I don't think any of them are PG.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're all 13.
Pushing the PG-13. The blood.
A little bit of a language. And the violence.
PG-13.
Oh, okay.
But the blood thing, I can't really get too upset about because that's just the nature of the rating system. Because you can, according to the rating system, stab a motherfucker, twist that blade, and eviscerate them. That's totally okay.
You just
But
gotta
if
leave
you,
it to
but if you
imagination.
show the aftermath or blood of it, then now all of a sudden it's R-rated. So I can't really fault them from a creative standpoint to do it that way because they're not doing John Wick.
Or a money standpoint, I mean, you push so many people out of a rated R movie where they'd go see a PG-13.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't fault them there on that, especially with the overall theme of the MCU. So I'm not too upset about that because if I want my blood, I'll go see John Wick. You know, when that John Wick's a movie was like we're going R, and now that we've got an R, we're gonna earn that motherfucker, and we're gonna show just brain matter every gunshot. You shoot at somebody in the foot, their brain's gonna explode all over the wall, and so I can't be too upset about that.